Day 238, Read My Ground Up, a self-love workbook for the generational curse breaker on social media. Excuse me. Y'all already know we are in the root chakra. We'll include the scripture. And let's get into it. Let's see where we are, where we left off. Okay. Looks like we're talking about unequally yoked relationships. Yeah. It says we could easily say unequally yoked situations are still divine. They could be God's way of getting our attention so we will get back in alignment. It's like a tap on the shoulder to say, come back this way, or don't go that way. It is okay to humble the self and say, I do not know. Humility is the first step to a relationship with God. What you do not know, God does, and looks can be deceiving. True character unfolds amid adversity and uncertainty. Take a deep breath in and exhale and pray for understanding. Breath truly helps us gain clarity. The goal is to get to a restful state and find peace in your heart. When we take a moment to observe our thoughts and feelings, we can make informed decisions. We realize not every emotion requires a reaction. Some impulses cost us more than they are worth. There's a wealth system connected to how we steward our emotions and thoughts. What we give our time to, we pay attention. Our attention is a hefty price to pay. It's energy. Energy is the purest and highest form of currency. It's time. For energy can neither be destroyed nor created, only transcended. Think this way with all things. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are rooted in our emotions, energy and motion, which produces our actions. Our actions develop into behaviors that form patterns. Those patterns form habits and create cultures. With time, our cultures frame our environments. Based on the environment, we build things to suit our needs. Essentially, we manifest a world, a reality. So what are you paying attention to? Is it worth your time? If unaligned, it is not worth your time. It's not always easy to focus on your thoughts. You are not alone. Still, we can make it a practice to be mindful of them. Observe the observer by taking a moment to pause and breathe and journal. Putting it on paper gets it out of your mind. Whatever you are feeling, it will pass. It has come up to be exposed. We do not have to identify with it. We are not our emotions and must be careful what we give life. Take care that your stewardship supports a wealth system and not one of poverty. You want to focus on abundance. I put out a word saying, don't allow temporary pleasure to cause you to live a life of regret, right? And that's one way that we act on emotion, not understanding that those things will pass. The way you feel, it's a moment in time. I kid you not. And yet some of us will make our life, we will build a life on that one emotion, because that emotion will catapult us into action. We will take action, and then that action creates a situation. And I'm gonna just say this because I feel like I'm going around or beating around the bush, but I know we're all seeing what's going on with this whole alienation of affection trial going on, you know what I'm saying, between Brene and Akira. And so many thoughts about it, right? Like so many thoughts about it. But that to me is a great depiction of someone allowing their emotions to lead the car. Because again, like, our emotions are flighty. They come up because they just want to be seen. And not every emotion that wants to be seen wants to be married. Like, look at it that way. Because I see emotions as women. And again, you see plenty women, but not every woman is a wife. So whenever you're picking and choosing your emotion, choose your wife, the one that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Because the other emotions, not being funny, they just hoes. You know what I'm saying? They just hoes. You gotta look at it that way. I said what I said. Thing is, I don't care who you are. And I'm thinking about Nipsey right now. He said, I experienced every emotion that anybody else has ever experienced. The only difference was I didn't give up. I want you to look at it that way. Like, you're going to experience every emotion, no matter what the situation is. I don't care how happy you are in a relationship, or how happy you are at a job, or how happy you are with a career, or whatever. It's like, at some point or another, there may be a day that you don't want to go to that job. There may be a day that you don't feel, you ain't up to whatever. You know what I'm saying? You may not want to talk to your person that day, or you may not feel so giddy. You might not have the same energy, because you're human. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're human, right? Everything isn't always going to be up. Sometimes things are just mellow. Sometimes things are down. Sometimes things just aren't what they were the day before. But nevertheless, you shouldn't change. You know what I'm saying? Keep your commitments to yourself. And if you're going to gauge which emotion or which thought to act on, which one fuels your commitments? Which one fuels your commitments, bro? Because it's just, I'm not speaking from a judgmental place as if I've not been there before. I've made some decisions in my life. I've acted on some emotions in my life, and that's the reason why I can speak to scorn. I can speak to even betrayal. I can speak to these things because I've been on both sides of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that I'm just this perfect person. I'm not saying I'm no saint, because trust me, I've done some things. I am a retired crash out. Okay. But I learned from it. You know what I'm saying? I learned from it. And, everybody has their own path. And at the end of the day, it's just, you see things and you think to yourself, man, it's unfortunate, because I can guarantee you at the root there was an emotion where perhaps this person may have not been satisfied in that moment, and they allowed that emotion to drive the car, versus focusing on marriage, their commitments. Stay committed to your commitments, and being loyal to your commitments, being faithful to your commitments. You know what I'm saying? Versus looking for an escape because you didn't feel good that day, or you didn't get what you wanted that day. It's very childish. It's very temporal. And by that I mean, again, it's temporary, and it's just, look at the end result. And that's just a perfect example of that. Now we have a whole reality, or they're living a whole reality based off emotions that they allowed to drive the car. Do you understand? Lust driving the car. Maybe scripture said Joseph was running from lust. That lust isn't something that you try to handle. Lust isn't something that you try to, well, I can figure this out, and you know what I'm saying? I can keep this at bay. I can control the situation, baby. No, you gotta ask for deliverance from the spirit of lust, baby. Lust isn't something you handle. Lust is something that takes over quickly. It is definitely, the succubus spirit. It takes over quickly. All it needs is a crack in the door. You give it an inch, it's gonna take a mile. Point blank, period. That's another reason why I be like, don't flirt with me, because I don't ever want nobody. No, listen, don't even get your panties in a bunch, baby, because he can't flirt with me. He can't flirt with me. But for real, y'all already know what to do. Click the link in my bio, grab yours so we can do it together. One-on-one coaching available as well too. One link, everything pops up. If you like to donate, one link, everything pops up. Love you.